Hey guys, so today we are talking about Aquaslash. Now, with Aquaslash, it's not a great movie. I mean, that really sums it up. It is not great. There's a bunch of funny stuff. In the beginning, there's a couple of funny things, and then towards the end, there's a bunch of funny stuff. And you can even tell what kill used the entire budget of the movie. Now, Aquaslash it's about a water slide, right? It's about a water slide, but there's these two blades that go through it like an X. It sounds great. I love the title of the movie, Aquaslash. Sounds great. It's cool. I love it. But the movie really underperformed, yeah. Spoilers ahead, but to start, 2 minutes, 24 seconds, just about, give or take, of them sharpening the blades. They were sharpening the blades, just with credits. Way too long. It really does not get you excited to see the movie or anything about it. So it starts at the water park at night. It goes in. Yeah, it's been a couple of days since I've actually watched it. I have notes here. I'm having trouble remembering because as soon as I got done watching it, like the next day, I got super sick. Everyone at work got super sick. Everyone at home got super sick. Was not a good time. But I do not want to watch this movie again. We're going for it. So let me see here. So two teenagers doing what teenagers do in slashers. You know, they're getting together. She gets scared. There's obviously a noise, and she's like, oh, what's going on? And of course, the dude is like, oh, nothing, baby. Let's just do this. And she's like, okay, I'm good. I'm totally not scared anymore. Let's go. They climb the water slide, right? And then they start doing the act. You know, they start fucking on top of the... right at the entrance of the water slide, right? And then it cuts to like the POV of the killer walking up the stairs slowly. They got a blade, you know. The couple doesn't notice at first, but then they notice. Yeah, he's like, what the fuck? She's screaming. The lady's screaming, right? And they're both like, oh my God. What's going on, you know? And the killer's like this. We don't know who the killer is yet. And then they turn and pan. It doesn't really look like it, but it looks like the killer hits the guy. He falls off. It's a big water slide, right? So they're really high up, probably a couple of floors. He falls. He dies. Oh my gosh. The scene of him falling is great. I love it. The killer slashes the lady. Again, I have played at the beginning. Gives you a lot of high hopes for the movie. You think, oh, this is just going to be a fun little slasher. Boy, you could not be more wrong. Fucking terrible. Anyway, they slash, they cut, they don't show it. It cuts to the guy on the ground, falling, you know, he's dead. And then body parts immediately start falling onto the guy who's dead. That's fun. It was funny. Again, I have it up so that I can remember what happened. So we're at the same water park, right? Bunch of cars are pulling in. Everyone's like, woo, let's fucking go, dude, party time, right? Van pulls up, and then like a truck pulls up. One's got a bunch of stupid music nerds, right? The other one's got a bunch of jock bullies, and that's literally the bully interaction, right? Everyone gets out of their vehicles and stuff, and then the bullies are like, oh, what is this? A guitar? And like they push each other and stuff, and the musicians the band members try and like give little retorts, you know? It's really lame. It's really lame. It makes, obviously, the bullies very unlikable, right? It's very bad bullying. I do not remember what the only likable character says to the bully in this. Oh, that's right. He calls him a douche. The only likable character, I don't remember his name, which is like a joke throughout the movie, but I actually don't remember. I don't have it written down anywhere. He calls the bully a douche, and the bully's like, what? What'd you say, bro? And they like push him against the car, and all the musicians are just holding their head down, you know, they don't know what to do. His name is Chad. Yeah, and he's the bully gets the name wrong, right? And the musician tries to like correct him, like, no, it's not Chip, it's Chad. And the bully's like, music sucks, bro, and pushes him against the car, right? A little bit of fun, you know. And then the like preppy cheerleader girl, she shows up. She's like it looks like she's in charge. It's a graduation party, which is why there's like so many teenagers here and stuff. Everybody's graduated. Everyone's here to have a good time. It's a tradition. Whenever the graduating class goes to this water park for like 2 nights, a water park that has like a hotel, motel, hostel thing attached to it. Really weird. I don't think I'd ever want to spend the night at a water park. So the cheerleader lady, she shows up. She's bringing up the fight, you know. And she's like, she got a megaphone and she's telling the bully, oh, let him go or else I'll tell everyone about your lymph-infested or warp-infested limp small dick, you know, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, oopsies, I said it over the megaphone. Again, the beginning is fun. Like, it is fun. Oh, that's right. I have a note here that says, always remember consent. And now I don't even have to check. I remember it. She's introducing everyone to the like graduation party thing, right? And then she's like, remember the 3 C's. I don't remember the first 2 C's, but the last C was, and remember consent. That should never be something you have to remind a group of people about. But anyway, let's move on. There was a little bit of a party. People were doing drugs and having sex, stuff like that, you know? And then, we're only like 8 minutes into the movie. Trust me, it's a bunch to talk about how bad it is, and we're starting to get to it. We're getting there, right? So there's like this ominous music during the water slide, right? Obviously setting up for what we know is going to happen. Everyone's having fun. We're still at a decent part of the movie. All right. Okay. So the band, the loser musicians, they start like setting up because they have a concert that night, which is really cool. You know, hey, I get to play for all my peers. They're setting up, and then like this super creepy old guy shows up and he's like, oh, hey, you need some help? Anyway, just remember the creepy old guy. He comes into play later. So the creepy old guy starts telling them about the past, not murders, but deaths that have happened at the water park. And I guess it's like well known to everyone that this happened, but they think it's murder, and the creepy old guy is like, no, it wasn't murder, you know, shit happens. That's kind of the way it goes. Keep the water park open. People die all the time, you know? We get to meet the worst character, or I guess I should say most hated character. Trying to see if they'll say her name. No, they're just introducing some people so we'll recognize them, I guess. Anyway, each year, a bunch of the women get together from the graduating class, right? To do like a sexy car wash thing, right? Probably the best part of the movie. It's great. They're doing the car wash thing, and it is the dad of like the main character. A main character. There's really no main character in this movie, which that's never good. But I'm just gonna say main character for this guy. He's terrible. Nobody likes him. I don't like him, which I'm assuming nobody ever does. He's got like blueprints and stuff, and it's supposed to be like, ooh, ominous. So Kim is dating, I think, one of the lifeguards. So Kim shows up. She's talking to the main character, right? She's like, oh, it's so cool. Oh, wait, I didn't write it down. So the dad is in the car. We don't know he's the dad yet or anything, but I'm not gonna get into that. He like pulls up a text from the main character saying, hey, my band's playing tonight. It would be great if you could be there, right? And then we'll jump back to that here in a little bit when the band actually is like, ba-do-do-do-do-do. Anyway, there's a lifeguard during the car wash scene. He walks up and he's talking to the worst character in existence. And he's like, well, fuck, it's Kim. Kim is his girlfriend, right? And he's very protective of Kim. Doesn't want her talking to nobody. And he always wants to know where she is, right? Great boyfriend material. And the fucking lady that I fucking hate, she's like, fuck you, you piece of shit. I'm not telling you where Kim is. Kim shows up. We get to meet Kim, who is probably just as terrible. Not like super terrible or anything, but we'll talk about her as well. She meets up with the main band guy, the main character, and they're talking, and she's like, hee 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 and stuff. Not good when you're a huge wimp and her boyfriend is super protective. The boyfriend shows up and he's like, what is going on here? And she's like, nothing, I'm just fucking talking to this guy. Well, he had every reason to be concerned about that. Which we'll get into again when it comes up. He takes Kim away. He's a super fucking big dickhead. We get some more ominous water slides. Woo! So 2 fucking drunk graduates, they run up. They have a bottle of vodka, a big glass bottle of vodka, right? And they're like, woo, graduation. They say fuck you to like the lifeguards and stuff when they jump down the slide with the glass bottle, by the way. Oh, and Kim is also a lifeguard, I should mention. Although it actually doesn't matter. Never mind. Ignore it. Fucking holy shit. Okay, so the guy with the bottle, he comes out, he's like, woo, he stands up with the pool. He's like, yeah, woo, spring break, and stuff like that. And he's drinking out of the bottle, but he's standing right next to the entrance of the slide, and now both of these guys went down pretty close together. The fucking idiot who went head first crashes into the bottle. He crashes head first into the bottle that the guy is holding. And then it's like slow motion and stuff, and they like zoom in on him crashing into the bottle. It's real funny. Blood starts coming up and stuff in the water. And now we'll come back to what happened here because it's funny. That's right. There's an ominous shot of the blood in the pool and a gown cap kind of floating to the top all by itself. Right. Okay. I found this super fucking weird, right? So it cuts to, right after that, it cuts away. Like, we don't really get to see the finish of what happened with the whole bottle thing for quite a while. It cuts to the, like, main cheerleader lady laying on the beach with two of the band members, right? Taking pictures. The bully walks up to them laying down, and he sees the worst character in existence. This fucking bitch is holding a fucking, like, dead seagull for some reason and, like, walking down the beach, throwing her hair out and stuff. And the bully's like, wow, dude. And then they talk about how, like, she's one of the owners, or she's married to the owner, I'm pretty sure is what it is. And they talk about how she chooses someone to, like, sleep with every year. And so every guy is kind of like, ooh, you know? So they talk about that. Her holding the seagull, it makes no sense. And it's never brought up. No character acknowledges that something fucking weird is with this fucking lady. Now, she's a fucking psycho and a hypocrite, which we're going to get into again. And they talk about how, like, one of the band members is still a virgin, and that virgin walks up to the lady to talk to her. It cuts to the dad. We don't know he's the dad yet, but like talking about dinner with the lady who sleeps with everybody. The worst character imaginable, right? Okay, and then we cut to, like, after the phone call, a bunch of kids like doing drugs and stuff. It's fucking normal shit for like a slasher movie. People are doing drugs, they're having sex. We just move on. So we get the conclusion of what happened with the bottle and then cracking their heads. So those kids are alive, right? They're getting taken away in an ambulance. The ambulance driver is basically bribed. I can't even remember why, like, they don't want it reported or something. The old creepy guy's like cleaning the pool as best you can, and the old creepy guy brings up the label of the vodka bottle, and he's like, hey, do you want me to drain the pool? There's glass in here. And the owner is like, no, fuck that, dude. We can't have any problems. Just leave it. And the old creepy guy's like, all right. So they just left all the glass in this pool. Nothing happens with it, but I thought it was really funny that they said, fuck it, a bunch of kids. Who cares if they get some glass? So Kim walks up with her, like, super protective boyfriend to the van of, like, the music nerds. And the other two, like, music guys, the band members, they are able to get the boyfriend away from Kim so that the main character and her can essentially go have sex. Okay, so they sleep together. The main character and Kim, they sleep together, right? Apparently they used to date, but they broke up. I don't really care. So it goes on, it goes on. It cuts to a fucking... Okay, they haven't had sex yet, but it happens, like, immediately after this, so I'm not going to talk about it again. The dad and the worst character ever, the bitch who sleeps with everybody, and I call her a bitch for a reason. You guys are going to find out. They're eating this fucking gross-sounding lobster dinner, right? They're just fucking cracking it and stuff, and they're talking, and you can tell she's grossed out, but then she starts doing the exact same thing. Essentially, it's supposed to show, like, what evil, gross pieces of shit these people are, right? Oh, and the dad is rude to the waiter. I have to put that out there, because fuck that, dude. Okay, yeah, and now this whole sex thing happens, right? The owner is, like, giving out drugs and stuff to the kids. It cuts to them. It cuts to the cheerleader and him in the van. It looks like she's doing something, but she's not. She's, like, leaning down to get some of the drugs or whatever. Cuts to the drug thing. Then they kiss, right? The owner, who's married to that fucking bitch who was holding the dead bird for no reason. The owner kisses the, like, main cheerleader lady. Apparently she's done this last couple of years. She's not a graduate with the rest of the kids, but people know who she is. And then it cuts to, like, this. There's this really cool neon scene, right? The neon liquid and stuff. Everyone's having fun. Woo! Would have been a great place for a kill in the movie. One, we're almost, 25 minutes in almost. And there's been no other kills. Nothing really happens. The pacing is super slow and just fucking dragged out. For a really short movie, it's only an hour and, like, 10 minutes. Including credits, that fucking 2.5 minutes in the beginning and then the ending credits. So it's a really short movie. And fucking almost nothing happens. It's so terrible. Anyway, the cool neon scene, no kill, and it's super quick. It is super quick. It happens, and then it's gone, and that's it, right? So there's half the budget right there of the movie, obviously. And now we get to the point Where like, it's the concert time, baby. So everyone's listening to the concert. They're doing their thing, the musicians and stuff. It cuts with like them having sex and whatever. The main character and Kim sleeping together. Well, it turns out the fucking bully fucking filmed it. Right? What an asshole. He filmed it, right? And he's like, yeah, bully shit. He sent it to everybody. With the boyfriend standing next to Kim, and she's like, you know, being a little awkward about stuff. And I feel like he can tell something's up. This is such a bad part of the movie. This made me dislike like every character, right? Everyone gets the video of them sleeping together, right? And of course the boyfriend is upset. Of course he's upset. He walks out, boom, pow, boing, bong, ding. He starts beating up the main character, the head musician, the singer guy, right? That guy gets beaten up. He gets fired because he's beating up a guest, right? And then it cuts to, not really cuts, but it's still the same party. Everyone's like, what's happening? Remember, everyone's cheating on everyone in this movie. The fucking unlikable bitch who was carrying the seagull. This is like the first point where I really didn't like her. She sees the owner, her husband, by the way, the owner, with the like main cheerleader, and they're talking. She's like, how could you? How could you do this to me? And the owner looks like perplexed. He's like, what? You're fucking sleeping with everybody. How are you upset? And then like everybody laughs, and the fucking stupid bitch holding the bird is like, she's not holding the bird anymore. I want to make that clear. She's in like a nice dinner dress because she was literally on a date cheating on him. And now she's upset that he got caught cheating. But he's like, what are you doing? And then everybody laughs at her. And she's like, fuck you guys. Gets one of the band members to go sleep with. Proving the point of why the fuck are you upset? Anyway, and then it cuts and like one of the band members is helping the main character. The main character meets up with his dad in like a bush. The dad was like waiting to ambush. The dad walked away during the fight, and then the main character like confronts him like, whoa, what, you were just watching? And the main character's like, you want me to get fucking sued? Apparently he's like a super rich guy. The dad is super rich and he like wants to buy the park. That's like part of the story. He wants to buy the park, right? They get into a bit of a fight and the dad's like, oh, I'm here because you wanted me to. And the kid's like, oh, what? To finally be a father? And then like bumps his shoulder and like walks away, right? Okay, whatever. Well, the cheerleader, the main cheerleader who is close with the owner, right, is like, she's eavesdropping, right? And she hears that he's going to buy it and she like runs off, right? She confronts the owner and she's like, oh, you're going to cut me out of this. And the owner's like, bitch, I've known you for like a couple of weeks. What is wrong with you? And she's like, fine. And she like storms out and the owner's like, no, wait, let's start a family. But he says it just like that, you know, like he doesn't give a shit, you know. It cuts to the hotel. The only likable character, Chad, is just chilling in a hot tub. And Kim knocks on his door. Remember, he's fucking naked. And he's like the only one trying to like just chill the fuck out and get through it, you know. He gets up, he opens the door, he's in a towel. Kim's like, where is he? Oh, you know, I'm so sad. Main character shows up. For some reason, with how much cheating there is in the movie, everyone's fucking everybody, right? And everyone's upset about the cheating. It's incredible. The main character walks in with his buddy in a towel on the bed. They were sitting on the bed, him and Kim. He walks in and he doesn't think anything's going on. That's trust. They kiss, they leave. The main character and Kim, they kiss, and then they leave the hotel room, his hotel room. And then we finally get to a point in the movie, finally, where something happens. It's like fucking, 30-something minutes in? It's like 34 minutes in, or 33 and a half, whatever, of the blades being put into the slide. Okay. There's been something's happened. Finally. The blades get put in, and it looks super cool. Swing, swung, you know, and it looks cool, right? And then I think, yeah, we get to our next death. Finally something, right? Except it's a terrible fucking death. It's terrible. So we still don't know who the killer is. I'll reveal it towards the end, right? It's the dad who was going to buy the park, right? He's like standing at a shack and he's like, oh, water slide. He's looking up, right? Like he can't believe there's a water slide, right? Something stupid, right? I'm saying right a lot. I don't know why. Whoever the killer is, though, shows up with a gun. And they're like, yeah, and they like poke him with it and stuff. And he's like, whoa, what the fuck are you doing? The killer then like shoots him in like the leg or the foot. And he's like, oh, what do you want? He says that a bunch of times. He walks into like that cabin thing he was standing at. Sorry, I'm on a still frame of his face. Because he's about to die. She shoots him, right? He's like crawling into the cabin trying to get away. He opens the closet door. It's the two characters in the closet who died at the beginning. So he turns around. He's all freaked out. He's like, ah! And then they shoot him. They don't show anything. There's no cool like gore or nothing. They shoot him and the scene just literally moves on. And then it cuts to the overprotective boyfriend, right? Who saw the video of them cheating and stuff, whatever. He's sitting in his car alone. He's like, oh, he's all sad and he's angry. The creepy old guy shows up and just kind of gets in the car and then like is talking to him super creepy. Like, oh, don't you wish you could just kill these people? You know, he says really creepy stuff. And the boyfriend's like, what the fuck? Get the fuck out of my car, dude. What's wrong with you? A lot of shit in this movie that happens is just super pointless. There's no like, nothing good comes of anything. We cut to a beach scene, which it matters not at all. Like literally nothing, right? So I guess it's not just like the teenagers graduating who are here. It's like other people as well. We get to the worst, like just not the worst mom in history. I'm sure there's worse, but a terrible mom, right? Her son is playing in the sand. He's got a bloody foot. Probably what I'm assuming now I'm thinking about it is from the glass in the pool. I'm assuming that, right? It's bandaged up and stuff. He's playing with the sand. He's like, Mom, it hurts, you know? He's crying out for his mom, right? And she's reading it and she's like, Tommy, we fucking paid for it. We're not leaving. Fucking total bitch. Right? Total bitch. And the kid's like, oh, fine. And she's like, fucking put a bag on it and go play. He's like, okay. He like starts digging up. He finds this like super cool Walkman. It looks super cool. It's like this yellow Walkman and stuff with headphones. Totally just fucking, that's a cool find. He goes like this, still has battery somehow. He puts it on, he's listening to it, and his mom's like, whatever, and moves on, right? That's it. And then it cuts to a scene of like the owner smoking a cigarette. He's stressed, you know, he's got a lot going on. And his wife is like, well, the fucking evil bitch, not evil bitch, but fucking the worst character, right? I cannot state how much I dislike this character. She is annoying every time she's on screen. They're talking and she's like, we're done. I want you to know that. We're done. And he's like, what? Okay, whatever. I still need your help with the park though. We still have like a business thing to do. And then he like kind of says, what the fuck were you doing with that fucking rich guy? And from the sounds of it, it sounds like the owner doesn't know that the park is like being sold. Shady shit. Again, from this fucking bitch. I hate her. Okay. And then we get like, it cuts to like Chad talking to like the cheerleader lady. And then one of the bullies comes up and he's like, oh, he's stupid bully shit, right? It's funny. It's fun. Whatever. And then it cuts to like an ominous like slide shot or whatever, which is like 4 slides connected to each other. So only one of the slides have the like super blades in it or whatever it is. And then it cuts to that wife. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'd consider this cheating because she did kind of break up with her husband, even though there's more to do than that. She's fucking some fucking guy I don't think we've met before. And if we did, I don't remember him at all. She's fucking him on the slide, right? On the outside of the slide. The husband shows up and he can't find any of his lifeguards, right? Because they just fired the mean boyfriend. Well, the 2 people who died in the beginning, they were lifeguards and he can't find them. He fired this guy. He only has Kim. And he's essentially yelling at, I guess, his ex-wife now. Like, fucking pull your fucking pants up. Stop fucking everybody and help me. I still need your help. There's like a special event they have to like start getting ready for. And then this fucking terrible scene. I'm looking at it now. This fucking terrible scenes happen, right? Everyone's like signing up. So what the like special event is, it's a race down the slide. The winner of the group gets $500 like split between them, right? About the budget of the movie. So the owner and the wife, they're sitting next to each other trying to like keep appearances up. They're signing everybody up. The fucking head cheerleader is like, you want to see what you've been missing? She says it just like that. And the owner's like, yes, I do. The owner's like, sure, show us what you can do, right? And the main cheerleader lady with like 2 of her like friends, they get essentially the main cheerleader in front and then like her 2 like peons behind her or whatever it is. And they go like this. And that's it. It's literally like 5 seconds of them dancing, I guess. I don't know. It's dumb. I fucking hated it. And then the bullies, they're like, we got something to do. We've been working on something too. Then they get into like literally the same position with main bully in front. And then they go like this. Again, for like the same amount of time, like 5 seconds. Fucking terrible. What the fuck is this even supposed to be? We're 44 minutes into the movie and it hasn't really been fun since like minute 8 at like the car wash scene. So, okay. Okay, they're still getting stuff set up for the fucking slide. Everyone's like teaming up into groups and stuff. They can't find the other band member, right? Because the 3 band members, they were supposed to be a team. They can't find one of them, right? The one who went off with the seagull lady, the wife who fucks everybody. They can't find him, right? So they start talking to Kim, who's like supposed to stay down there and keep signing people up. And they're like, please be our partner. And she's like, oh, fine. Fuck actually doing my job. The angry boyfriend shows up. He shows up again, right? Who starts to become likable. I know. Incredible. He shows up and they're like, you're fucking fired. You're not supposed to be here. And he's like, I'm not here as an employee. I'm here as a guest. He says it like he just won his biggest battle ever. Everyone's walking. Okay. So now the old creepy guy, he's a lifeguard, and we'll get to that. Real funny thing happens with that, right? So the mean boyfriend looks at the main character and he's like, you're dead. Mean boyfriend walks about a mile away and the main character goes, no, you're dead. Fucking the most cowardice thing I've ever seen, right? He's so scared that the guy's actually going to hear what he has to say. Anyway, the mean boyfriend, he's walking under the slide. He finds the plastic from like the drilling to like get the blades in. And he's like, oh my gosh, there's a hole in the slide. Yeah, he runs up like to the line and he's like, don't go in. There's a hole in the slide. It's going to fall. That's what he thinks is going to happen, right? And he's holding the plastic bits as fucking proof, right? Yeah, okay. So all this happens. Nobody listens to him, right? He tries to save everybody. Nobody listens to him because he's a fucking asshole. Everyone gets in their positions. And what we need to focus on with the groups is you have Kim and then 2 band members. One of them, the main character of a movie he's fucking hardly in, but he's the only one who I could even say is the main character. They're a team, bunch of nobodies. And then like the middle team is the main cheerleader and her 2 friends. That's what we need to know, because all the budget's about to disappear for this movie. It cuts to them going down the slide. Let's have fun. One, the main cheerleader brought her fucking phone on to film it. You're in a fucking water park. You shouldn't bring your phone down a water slide. Are you crazy? Anyway, I wanted to get that off my chest. Okay. Well, the middle slide that like the cheerleader went down with her friends is the slide with the blades. And then we get an incredible kill. It looks great. It's fun. You know, she screams. And then she hits the blades and it like takes her chest off and like her legs and stuff. They go flying off. It's great. It looks good. It's gory. It's fun. The girl behind her dies, but she's not cut up because like they lost a lot of speed cutting up the main cheerleader. Then the girl behind her is like, she's like trying to hold herself, right? But she's also been cut pretty bad. Blood starts to pour down from the slide, right? Cool. Fucking everyone knows something's wrong, right? Well, not everyone, because the fucking radios stopped working from like the creepy lifeguard guy to communicate to the people on top of the slide, right? It's not working. He can't get through. And then what happens? The lifeguard's like, oh my gosh, I can't communicate with them. They don't know something's wrong. Even though like the whole time she's been like asking if people have made it down yet, right? The bitch who fucks everybody. She's asking the whole time. And when she doesn't get a response, she's like, fuck it, everybody go down, you know? But the creepy guy, the lifeguard, he's freaking out. He fucking jumps off of the fucking lifeguard stand. And there's a great shot of him breaking his ankle. It's like this. I go, bleh. And I thought it was so funny. Anyway, we're almost done with the movie, by the way. And again, nothing's happened. Oh, yeah. Okay. Fucking hell. I hate this main character guy. The slide with all the blood coming down, he's trying, since he's in the pool now, he sees the blood, he's trying to make it up that slide. He tries for so long, and he just keeps rolling around in the blood that's coming from the slide. He cannot get a grip and fucking go up, right? It probably would have saved everyone else who dies if he had just gone up in the first place. Now, I say that, but that's not true, because we're about to see what happens. The mean bully, right? He's up there. He's still trying to convince people. He's like, please don't go down. Something terrible is going to happen. Well, the bullies push him down. The bullies fucking grab him and push him down the slide with the blades. And then it shows like a bunch of the dead girls and stuff. And he's using them as leverage and stuff and like holding one of the blades so he doesn't get cut up. Those blades must be sharp. I mean, they sharpened them for like 6 hours in the beginning. Anyway, so he's falling down the slide. He's getting cut up. He's trying to like hold himself. Doesn't go well for him. People are freaking out at what they're seeing. Oh my gosh! Because the fucking main cheerleader lady, her body is just fucking cut to pieces and it's in the pool with everybody. There's a couple of good shots of people getting splashed with blood and going, ah! Well, the fucking wife who fucks everybody, she's at the top and she's like, why don't we go? She's talking to her husband. We'll be on separate teams. We'll go down. It'll be fun. Right? So now you guys should be able to start like piecing it together of who the killer is. And the husband reluctantly agrees, right? And they start going down the slides. Oh, and the main bully is on the team with the lady who fucks everybody. I want to put that out there because we're going to talk about them again. Somehow, the main character has climbed up to an opening on the slide to, I guess, try to save people. I don't know. I don't know how he got up there. Doesn't matter. We're going to move on. The husband, the owner, he's going down with his team. He stops himself in the opening where the main character is like holding out a hand trying to grab him. And he's like, oh, and they talk and stuff. It's fucking nothing. He can't hold on forever. Right? And he goes, tell your dad to go fuck himself or something like that because he doesn't want to sell the park or whatever. He goes down the slide. Obviously, it doesn't end well. Also, it doesn't end well for the main boyfriend because he was holding himself. Well, there's a group of 3 coming. And so, of course, the mean boyfriend dies. Everyone who went down that slide died. So the owner, everybody, right? Kim is running, I think, to a cabin or something. The cabin where the dad died. She shows up. Oh, she finds all the bodies and stuff. She's screaming. The band member who left to have sex with the woman who fucks everybody, he's in there too. He's dead. Pool is covered in fucking blood. Bully comes down. He's like, yeah. His team, he's like, woo, that was probably the fastest. Oh, what the fuck? He doesn't get out of the pool. I want to make a point of this. The wife who fucks everybody and him, they don't get out of the pool. There's an overhead shot at the end, and they have their legs in the pool sitting next to a piece of the cheerleader's body or somebody's body. And they're just sitting there like, doo. Fucking weird and fucking just whatever. I don't know. Okay, main character goes up to the top of the slide. He's covered in blood. He's covered in blood, right? He's covered in blood. He's telling everybody, no, you can't go down. Well, unfortunately for him, there's a couple of bullies up there still. So they grab him and throw him down one of the slides. Now, it was a normal slide. It wasn't one of the X slide or whatever it is. The bullies grab the guy covered in blood. Like, they can't put it together that he's covered in blood and that something's actually wrong, and they throw him down a fucking slide, right? And the creepy old guy who like was a lifeguard and stuff, he makes his ass up there with his broken ankle. He's trying to save everybody. Well, the bullies do the exact same thing to him. They grab him, they throw him down a fucking slide. Funniest fucking moment in the movie is them grabbing the old guy as well and throwing him down the slide. I loved that. Yeah, and then it cuts and everyone's like, oh my gosh, what's happening? Movie basically over. It cuts to the main character and Kim sitting in an office with a lawyer going over the will because, again, his dad was rich. And he's like, you only gotta do one more thing to inherit all this money, like 20 million or something. You gotta finish the last purchase that was happening for his estate or whatever. And it was to buy the water park. And then it cuts and the fucking bitch who fucks everybody is sitting there as well. Because now she owns the water park since her husband's dead. And then fucking terribly obvious reveal is she's the killer, you know. Probably should have guessed it when she was holding the dead bird for fucking fun or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, it's like a little montage of what happened. She was there apparently when like the people were dead at the water park the first time. And like nobody was helping her. And the lifeguards were fucking making out on the lifeguard stand. And so they were ignoring her, and I think it was her dad or something who was like bleeding out in the pool. So it's basically like a Friday the 13th kind of motivation, and she was upset that everyone was fucking each other. Wasn't saving her dad from dying in the pool. And then there's like a little montage of what happened, and she's like twirling her hair and getting dressed and stuff. And then the movie fucking ends. Finally. I probably didn't make it sound as terrible as it is. It was fucking terrible through and through. No fun. A little bit of fun in the beginning. Kind of a bunch of fun at the end because something finally happened. I was probably so deprived of joy, which is probably why I enjoyed the end as much as I did. Out of 10, I'm going to give it a fucking 3 because it was just terrible. It was terrible. It's not fun. It's not worth a watch. Don't watch it unless you really want to. More than likely, what you should do is just look up the moments on YouTube or something. Anyway, guys, this is my first video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you next week. We'll go over the Reanimator. Bye. I don't know. See ya.